Welcome, everyone. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. Good morning to those who are gathered here in the sanctuary and to all who are joining online today. We begin this morning with a musical prelude from Scott DeVoe. Welcome, friends, to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charlottesville. My name is Reverend Tim Temerson. My pronouns are he and him, and I'm pleased to be leading worship this morning with the wonderful Reverend Leah Derlin-Jones, Music Director Scott DeVoe, and Board President Carol Gardner. Whoever you are and wherever you have come from, the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charlottesville welcomes you. We are delighted that you have joined us this morning and are grateful for all who have made this moment of our gathering possible. I invite us now to take a moment to greet others. Those online may unmute, and those here in the sanctuary or social hall are welcome to greet your neighbors, especially those you may not know. A special welcome to newcomers and invite you to join us for fellowship after the service in the social hall. Please use one of our red coffee mugs and join us for conversation at the newcomer table. UUCville members and friends are reminded to offer a warm welcome to anyone with a red mug. There is a live stream of the service in the social hall, and while everyone, of course, is welcome here in the sanctuary, the social hall can be a good option if you need a roomier space. Many thanks to all the folks helping us share worship, both here and online, the greeters, the ushers, the hospitality teams. Special thanks to our AV tech team, also our altar decorating team, and our AV this morning is led by David Mellor. And now we have greetings from board member Tammy Wilt.
Good morning, everyone. Aksha is supposed to be here this morning. She actually had a flat tire and could not get here. So she extends her apologies because this was going to be her last board greeting. She is rolling off the board this year. So we want to thank everybody who has served the board and on all the committees who are rolling off. Much appreciation. Your hard work does not go unnoticed. As a reminder, because you're going to hear this a lot the next couple of weeks, there is a congregational meeting June 7th. Please attend. We'll be electing new people to the board and all kinds of fun, exciting things like a budget that Mr. Gorham has been working very, very hard on. So thank you all. Have a great day and happy graduation for all of our graduates.
Yay. Here are this morning's announcements. Please join us immediately following the service for a fundraising lunch offered by our high school youth who are participating in a summer trip to work with the Appalachia Service Project. You can get a delicious lunch, and it's looking pretty good in there, for the low, low cost of $10. All are welcome, so please join us. And now I want to invite Brett Gastinger to come up and share a brief announcement.
Good morning. I'm Brett Gastinger from the Buildings and Grounds Plan Task Force, and over the past months we've been assessing the state of our buildings and our outdoor spaces, and together with you we've been imagining how we can best reflect our values and live into our mission. Today at lunch we have a very exciting chance to further update you on what we're doing and get your feedback on priorities. And the very best thing is we're making this so easy. You don't have to do anything. We'll come to you. So all you need to do is after service, go get your lunch, support ASP, and at the tables you'll see some information that is on each of the tables. Grounds on one side, buildings on the other side. And then we'll have members of our group, the members of the board and members of the building task force floating around to have small conversations with you about what speaks to you and what you see as important. So thank you for your time. We'll see you after lunch.
Thank you, Brett. The Unitarian Universalist Association and the Liberal Religious Educators Association will present the one and only Reverend Leah Derlin Jones with the Angus McLean Award for 2026 for excellence in religious education. This award will be presented at General Assembly, which is being held virtually. This will be presented on June 16th. The UUA is inviting people to submit congratulatory remarks or share special memories via 1-minute videos which the UUA will string together. Send your video to, I thought Angela was doing this. No, we're just send it there? We don't know. Okay. Send your video to Ted Resnikoff at tresnikoff@uua.org by May 29th with the subject McLean Award Clips. Are you between the ages of 18 and 35? Please join us in Lower Hall 3 at 12:30 for the gathering of our young adult group, which is a very, very wonderful, great group. Today they're going to be sharing in games and they'll have some light snacks. Feel free if you like to go get your lunch, support the ASP lunch, and then come downstairs to Lower Hall 3 at 12:30 for fun and community. If you are new to the UU Congregation of Charlottesville and would like to learn more about us, please join me. Usually it says Reverend Tim, but I guess that's me. Next Sunday, and the membership committee, next Sunday, May the 24th, for our monthly newcomer circle. And today is the final day to sign up for Reverend Leah's adult faith development class, Social Change Now. Don't miss this fabulous opportunity to explore putting your values into action and to clarify what you are already doing and how you want to be involved in future efforts for social change. This class offering grounding tools and hope. Contact Reverend Leah to sign up. The class is Wednesday, May 20th and Wednesday, May 27th from 6:30 to 8:30. So sign up today. Finally, on May the 31st, we'll hold a conversation here in the sanctuary at 12:30 about the process for selecting organizations for our monthly social action collections. If you're interested in learning more about how we choose organizations and have ideas that you'd like to share, please join us on May 31st. And now Reverend Leah and I would like to offer our call to worship this morning from our colleague, Reverend Dick Gilbert. We bid you welcome who come with weary spirits seeking rest,
who come with troubles that are too much with you, who come hurt or afraid.
We bid you welcome who come with hope in your heart,
who come filled with anticipation and excitement, who come with gladness and joy.
We bid you welcome who are seekers of a new kind of community,
who come to question and explore, who come to learn and grow.
We bid you welcome who enter this congregation as a homecoming.
Whoever you are, and wherever you have come from, we bid you welcome. I now invite Lily Garrett Redmond to come forward to light our flaming chalice and invite you to join me in saying our chalice lighting words. We gather this hour as people of faith with joys and sorrows, gifts and needs. We light this beacon of hope, sign of our quest for truth and meaning in celebration of the life we share together. And now let's say our words with our hand motions, your hand out flat like the matchbook and your finger is the match. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is a church of open minds. This is a church of helping hands. This is a church of loving hearts.
Now we invite you to rise in body or spirit and join in singing hymn number 368, Now Let Us Sing. Now, you all probably know this. Many of you know this hymn. This is a hymn that's written in two parts. So the top line is designed for people who sing in a lower key. The italics, whoa. Hey, I didn't even plan that. The italics is for people who sing a little higher. So you choose where as this is you choose where you want to be.
That is one of my favorite hymns.
It's wonderful.
Well, we are ready for our ceremony of child dedication. From the beginning of time, parents have brought their children to the religious community to be recognized and dedicated. It is in the spirit of consecration to all that is worthy in life that we gather now to welcome children into our beloved community.
The parents who bring these children before us this morning are Hannah Hall, Zach Beamer and Allison Bushy, Jennifer and Gabe Perkinson, and Margaret and Patrick Migas. I invite the children being dedicated this morning and their parents to come forward at this time.
And if you'll just make an arc. And if you guys can scoot on down a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And we've got, and scoot on down some more, and scoot on down some more, and scoot on down some more, because we've got one more family coming. All right.
It's a full house.
It is. And now I ask you, Hannah, Allison and Zach, Jennifer and Gabe, and Margaret and Patrick, Do you take upon yourselves the privilege, responsibility, and joy of caring for your children in body, mind, and spirit, so that your children may grow in strength and love? If so, please answer, we do.
Do you promise to give your children loving support and acceptance as they grow, so that they will learn to be accepting of others? If so, please answer, we do.
Do you promise to live your life in love as a model for your children to follow as they grow? If so, please answer, we do.
I ask those who are grandparents or grandparents-to-be who are in worship this morning to serve as representatives for all grandparents everywhere. I ask you, grandparents, do you promise to love and support these children and also to share stories with them so that they will know the security and comfort of family and tradition? If so, please answer, we do. We do.
Thank you. Will the children who are in the sanctuary this morning please stand where you are? As you all are closer in age to these children before us, you are especially important. Will you promise them your kindness and friendship and respect? And will you do your best to make this congregation a pleasant place for all of us to grow in? If so, please say, we will.
Thank you. You may be seated. As part of our ceremony, we offer these children 3 gifts rich in symbolism. The first is a flower symbolizing the beauty of life as well as dedication. No flower grows alone, apart from the sun and the rain and the soil. So too, no child grows alone.
The second gift is water, rain from the endless sky, and water that was used and purified in our water communion service last fall. This water symbolizes the nurture that children need. All living beings need water.
And finally, we use clay to symbolize the earth from which we come and to which we will return. Clay from our Mother Earth, who sustains us and nurtures us all.
Parents, will you please speak the full name of the children you are dedicating?
Oliver Wynn Beamer.
Eliza Jane Beamer, Elizabeth.
Amara Forrest Hall.
Elena Marie Alley.
Hazel Marie Perkinson.
Henry Barrett Perkinson.
So Reverend Tim is going to bless with the water, and he may just need to stick his fingers on the top of the table here. So he is going to bless you with the water. I will instruct you, yes. So, Henry, Hazel, Amara, Elizabeth, Oliver, and Elena, we touch your brow to dedicate you to a life of careful and good thinking. We touch your eyes to dedicate you to a life of clear vision, unclouded by prejudice or fear. We touch your mouth to dedicate you to a life of honest speech. And we touch your heart to dedicate you to a life of generosity and love.
There we go. Amara, Hazel, Henry, and Elena, Elizabeth, and Oliver, we rub this earth into your hands to dedicate you to a life of hard work and to remind your parents to teach you that it is just fine to get your hands dirty doing good work in the world. May the work of your hands be blessed all the days of your life.
Oliver, Elizabeth, Amara, Elena, Hazel, and Henry, we give you the gift of this rose, emblem of unfolding beauty, to express our hope that your precious life will unfold in all its unique and natural splendor. We have drawn the thorns from this rose as a sign of our promise to do all we can to make your way smooth in the years of your tender childhood. Hazel, Henry, Oliver, Eliza, and Elena, and Amara, we dedicate you to the service of freedom, righteousness, and love. May your lives be rich in vision, full in accomplishment, and afire with the highest ideals.
And now I ask the children present in the sanctuary this morning to please stand again so that we adults may see you and speak to you, and I ask the adults to remain seated and read together this beautiful promise to all children. Let's say this all together. From your earliest infancy, we give you our love so that you may grow with trust in yourself and in others. We will recognize your worth as a person and help you strengthen your sense of belonging to the whole family of humankind. We will respect your right to be yourself and at the same time help you to understand the rights of others. We will encourage you always to seek the truth. We will provide you with every opportunity possible to develop your own understanding of faith. We will endeavor always to inspire you to act on your faith. We will encourage you to strive to make the world a better, more caring, more whole place to be. This we promise to you with all our hearts. Alleluia, amen, and blessed be. Let's just redo them all. Let's redo them all. So thank you all. You all can return to your seats. And now we are going to sing our children out, and they're going to children's worship in the parlor. So let us now sing our children out. As we leave this friendly place, love give light to every face. May the goodness dry that up. Friends, we are an interconnected community that cares for one another. Part of how we embody this care is by making time each week to share the joys and sorrows we hold in our hearts. I will now share what was submitted earlier this week. In honor of all of our joys and sorrows, everyone is now invited to come forward as you wish and place a glass stone in a communal bowl of water as a symbolic act of each being held by the larger love. All are welcome to participate including those who are new to our congregation. Those online may type their joys and sorrows into the chat. Rosalie Samari from the pastoral care team will come forward to help hold the space. Rosalie will be available for a few minutes after the service in the back corner of the sanctuary if you are in need of pastoral support or just want someone to listen. Those online may contact the pastoral care team at pastoral@uucharlottesville.org. Let us begin. Thank you. This community offers its love and support to what is closest to our hearts. Another way we show our care for one another is in sharing our financial gifts with our community and our congregation. The Social Action Collection for the month of May is for the Ravenna Conservation Alliance, whose mission is to work with the community to conserve the Ravenna River and its watershed through monitoring, restoration, education, and stewardship. David, will you please show us the social action slide for giving? In addition to giving online, if you would like to make a donation with cash or check, please use the Social Action Collection envelopes and place them in the collection plate. Make your checks out to the UU Congregation of Charlottesville, and you can write Social Action Collection or Rivanna Conservation in the memo line. In addition to the Social Action Collection, we also invite you to generously support the ministries and mission of UUCville through your pledges and the weekly Sunday morning offering. Your financial gifts support our congregation and enable us to put love into action. This is our shared ministry. And you can offer your financial support for UUCville by using the text address or going to our website. You can also place cash or checks in the collection plates as they are passed. Let us now dedicate the many gifts we share with one another by saying, "We accept your gifts with gratitude. May we use them wisely for the highest good." As always, thank you so very much for your generosity. Well, today is a special day here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charlottesville. It's Child Dedication Sunday, but it's also New Member Recognition Sunday. As a congregation, we seek new members because we need them. We need their energy, their passion, their creativity, their wisdom, their stories and experiences, their hopes, and their dreams. We also seek new members because we believe that we have something special to share. A religious tradition centered in love and freedom, and a congregation that, as our mission states, nurtures mind, heart, body, and spirit, while also working together for equity, justice, and peace for all people and for the planet. That is the congregation our new members are joining today, and we are so blessed that they have chosen to share their lives with all of us. I'm happy to share that over the past year, 37 people have signed the membership book. There's the list. These are folks who signed the book between May 18th of 2025 and today. Now, all new members were invited to be part of today's ceremony and to submit a photo and brief biography. Now I'd like to invite Board President Carol Gardner, there she is. Serafina, you didn't make it in, did you? Serafina was going to join us in this part. She's on the membership committee, but she said that she was having car trouble this morning. So something's in the air. I don't know. And now Carol and I are going to read for you, and we'll scroll them one by one, everyone who submitted a profile and a picture for today's service. There are some members who were not able to or chose not to, which is, of course, fine. But we thought we'd take a moment to share those with you. Joe Abraham and Rosemary Rem. Joe and Rosemary are thrilled to be part of the UUCville community. They came south from Vermont and New Hampshire in 2021 to get married, start a new life together, get away from frigid winters. Joe was an engineer in aviation for years and is proud to be truly retired. His passion is focused on music, especially jazz. Rosemary was able to fulfill her lifelong dream of participating with the Peace Corps, working with farmers in the rural mountains of Jamaica from 2022 to 2024. She loves the outdoors and animals.
Joan Cantor is a retired teacher, mom, Nana, lover of dogs and children, and is a Jewish UU. Usually she sees the cup as more than half full.
Nice. Adrian Duncan. Adrian writes, I moved to Charlottesville from the Pacific Northwest a year ago with my partner Karen. I'm a retired teacher and previously practiced with a Tibetan Buddhist Sangha in Oregon. Unitarian Universalism is a new and welcome discovery for me.
Marla England says that I moved to Charlottesville in 2015. I started coming to UUCville in 2025 and joined in 2026. I have 3 amazing adult children, 4 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandson, but none in Seville. I am so proud of my children who are kind, loving, and empathetic towards others. And I am proud of myself for raising such terrific adults. I am thankful for all the people I have met at UUCville. I am deeply grateful to this church community for its kind, intuitive, and empathetic leadership, and for creating a place where people can truly belong.
August Gassinger. August Gassinger is a high school junior at Charlottesville High School and enjoys practicing kung fu, marching band, playing complex card and board games, cooking, following Kansas City sports, hanging out with our 2 favorite cats, and recently he backpacked 50 miles on the Appalachian Trail. He's involved with YRUU, working in the nursery, and will be going on his 2nd Appalachian Service Project trip this year.
Ian Halbert. Ian Halbert is 15 years old and a freshman at Charlottesville High School. He has been attending UUCville with his family since he was a baby. He is currently part of YRUU and is looking forward to his first Appalachian Service Project trip this summer. He is an avid mountain biker and loves to race and ride on trails throughout the area.
Connie and Julia Lee, mother and daughter Connie and Julia, joined UUCville in November. They've been UU since the mid-90s and were members of the Williamsburg and then Norfolk congregations before moving to the Charlottesville area in 2017. Julia has been assisting with RE and the young adult group, and she enjoys attending women's spirit gatherings. She's also a big fan of Irish music and culture and a horse lover. Connie helps with food sharing Sundays and enjoys attending covenant group and impact meetings. When she's not working or participating in UU activities, you'll find her at a concert, the dog park, or taking an online class.
Sunny Manata. Sunny, they, them, has been UUCville's office assistant since June 2025 and will soon start as the religious education assistant. They have been a member of UUCville since March 2016. And Sunny says, I am so happy to be coming up on 1 year serving the congregation I have truly grown to love. Most members of the congregation know me through interactions in the office or formerly doing Sunday AV things. But outside of church, I enjoy listening to music, mostly rock and metal, playing with my cat, Cheddar, CD and record collecting, cooking and baking, being outdoors, and more. Above all else, I am a hopelessly devoted fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Eva McGehee. Eva grew up in Fluvanna and now lives in Belmont with her girlfriend. She enjoys camping, cartwheeling, and crafting. Eva is currently learning about native plants, beavers, and quilting. She loves to talk about books and always appreciates reading recommendations. She is excited to be a part of the UUCville community.
Hillary Mormon. Hillary says, I started attending UUCville with my child Niels in 2019, just before a work-mandated move to Tennessee. I continued exploring Unitarian Universalism there and was thrilled to move back to Charlottesville in 2021. Niels and I have been attending fairly regularly since then. I've been involved with the RE committee, served as an RE instructor, and have loved singing with the choir for nearly 2 years. I'm proud of the work UUCville does locally and in the broader community, and I'm excited for the opportunities to continue to put love into action.
Debbie Morris. Debbie Morris is a retired teacher and instructional coach of 40-plus years. She came to Seville in February 2025 so that her husband, Mike Romeo, who is suffering stage 4 bone cancer, might receive better medical care. Top of mind was being close to their daughter, Barbara Wilson, who teaches at UVA, and 2 of their 8 grandchildren. For several years, Debbie had been researching alternatives to the Methodist doctrine with which she was raised. What a joy to find you at the UU Church of Charlottesville, practicing love and welcoming all people without judgment. The spirit, people, music, messages here fills her heart and feeds her soul, giving her the strength to be a loving caregiver for her husband.
Scott Muir, born and raised in Southern Maryland. CS retired to Charlottesville after 40 years working in highway and freight rail transportation. He stays busy with yard work, weekly trips to the Ivy landfill, and inflating his family's wheelbarrows and car tires. He also enjoys reading nonfiction and watching soaps and obscure movies.
Nice. Jennifer and Gabe Parkinson. Jen and Gabe joined UUCville this January and have attended, along with their children, Hazel and Henry, since 2021. We were married nearly a decade ago at All Souls Unitarian in Washington, D.C., and we're excited to find a thriving UU church in Charlottesville when we moved to town 5 years later. We have enjoyed sharing meals and stories with fellow congregants, getting to know the young folks of UUCville by teaching spirit play and owl classes, and tapping into the beautiful and expansive network of local volunteering opportunities facilitated by the church. Thank you for welcoming our family.
Valentine Ports. Valentine Ports is an artist and architect who grew up in LA and spent most of her life in San Francisco and Honolulu. A licensed architect in California and formerly Hawaii, who recently received her architecture license in Virginia and is working on starting a practice here. She moved to Virginia during the COVID pandemic to be closer to her father and stepmother. Valentine volunteers on the Building and Grounds Committee, the UVA Gender Expansive Community Board, the Rivanna Area Career Center, and the Charlottesville Gender Expansive Network. She enjoys cooking and painting and cuddling with her cat, MC Love.
Roger and Frances Powell. Roger and Frances are longtime Unitarians. They relocated from Fairfax, Virginia to the Charlottesville area 3 years ago after retiring from corporate jobs. Roger worked in finance and manufacturing, and Frances in sales. Roger has a BS from the Hampton Institute, Hampton University, and an MS in management from the Sloan School at MIT. Frances has a BS from the University of Georgia and a master's from Virginia Commonwealth. The photo is a recent one of their family. On the far left is their son, Ryan, and Roger is holding Ryan's son, Julian, 5 months old. Ryan lives with his wife, Kylie, in Northern Virginia. Roger and Frances's daughter, Mercer, is holding her son, Desmond, Desi. She lives with her family in a suburb of St. Paul, Minnesota, and they are expecting their second child, another boy, in August. Ryan is a graduate of Williams College, and Mercer is a graduate of Syracuse University. And of course, Frances is in the middle.
Frank and Oda Safratal. Frank and Oda were both born in Praha, Czechoslovakia. We married in 1967 We did not like the political system. In 1968, the Soviet Union Red Army invaded Czechoslovakia. Frank and Oda escaped to Austria 2 days later, leaving our families and friends. We quickly settled in Toronto, including building a cabin on Lake Huron, which our family still owns and uses. We became parents of 2 beautiful girls. Natalie lives here in Charlottesville. Andrea and her family live in Calgary, Alberta. When a professional opportunity came up, Frank took a management position with Hughes Electronics in DC, and we relocated to Bethesda, Maryland. Bethesda became a key in our evolution as UUs, as Oda became the admin assistant in the River Road UU congregation, and we learned about and became Unitarian Universalists. Hopefully, our last move was in 2023 when we moved to Charlottesville to be close to these folks.
Mark Salerno. Mark writes, I retired here a few years ago to live near my daughter's family. I have been married to my wife, Debbie, for 52 years. I enjoy golf, hiking, swimming, biking, and reading. We previously lived in Northwest Pennsylvania for over 30 years, and both my wife and I are UVA alumni.
Ann and Scott Smith. Ann Easter Smith and Scott Smith joined in March 2026, having moved to Charlottesville in fall 2025 for our forever home. Between us, we've lived in 8 countries, and while that's been enriching, we're tired of moving. Ann is a retired historical novelist and theater enthusiast. Scott still works part-time in tech and marketing. Both Ann and Scott volunteer in nonprofit causes.
Cindy Von Els. Originally from Maryland, Cindy and her husband Mike have lived in Seaville since 2021. They have a daughter in Raleigh and one in Jamaica Plain. Now semi-retired after 3 decades in IT, Cindy is an avid reader, a volunteer tutor for an ELL student, and enjoys hiking and bird watching. She is grateful for the welcoming community at UU Seaville. Okay, very good. So, yes. So now, Carol and I would like to invite all of the new members who are present, whose name was on that big list, even if you didn't have a profile up there, to come forward and kind of join us down here on the red carpet. I think there might be a little too many of you, but come on down anyway.
Okay. Thank you, David. Hello, so I just wanted to take a minute and say welcome to all of you. Wow, this is wonderful to have so many folks joining us. If you can see down in front of me, we have the membership book. So we always talk about you signed the book, right? And literally people signed the book. And it's been really a long time since I signed the book. So it was a pleasure to get to look through it today. And the original signatures in that book are from 1943. From our founding, yeah. So I just think it's wonderful to look back through all the names, all the people who've given so much time and energy to this congregation over the years. And I think I imagine those folks in 1943 would just be thrilled to see how we've grown, how energetic we are, 83 years later, right? Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, so I wanted to say, again, just welcome to all of you. I know that so many of you have, when I've spoken to you about what you are looking for, what you found here, you just talk about finding a community that shares your values. And I think that we can all relate to that. It's such a difficult time in our country and the world, and it's wonderful that we are able to be here together, to support each other, to act together as we need to in this country. And so we're glad to have you. And finally, I know that so many of you are already involved in so many things. I did just want to sort of call out that the Sunday services are amazing. They're inspiring. They can be thoughtful. And yet, the way to really weave yourself into this congregation is through smaller group activities and getting to know all of us or smaller groups of us, one by one. So, again, welcome from the board, from the leadership of the congregation. We're so glad you're here. And we now have a gift for all of you new members. These are chalices, which were lovingly made by Circe Strauss, who is somewhere. Yeah, in the back there, Circe, thank you. We're now out of chalices, but there will be more, I'm sure. Ah, yes. Our congregation created these little books called Words of Thanks not too long ago, and so Reverend Tim has some additional gifts here. Do you want a microphone?
So, I just want to say welcome to all of you. It is so wonderful to see you all, to welcome you all. I've had the privilege of getting to hear many of your stories and get to know you a little bit. And what a joy to just see so many new faces and so many people coming into our congregation. So now I'd like to invite all of you to rise, have some words of welcome for these folks. So would you join me in saying these words of welcome from the congregation? We welcome you as new members of the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charlottesville. We are grateful for your commitment, your caring, and your passion. We invite you to participate fully in the life of our congregation, sharing your gifts as we live our Unitarian Universalist values and principles. We promise to respect your inherent worth and dignity and to love and support you through the joys and sorrows of life. This is your spiritual home. Welcome. How about a round of applause? So and we have cake after the service. So make sure everybody, of course, is welcome to cake. You may return to your seats. Thank you so much. And you all can remain standing because since we're running a little over, we're going to go right into our closing hymn. Is not in the hymnal. It is Here Together Going Forth. We've sung it many times. It's one of my favorite closing pieces in Unitarian Universalism. So Scott will play along on the piano. There's a video, and the lyrics will be on the screen.
Time together
Yes, indeed. Our hope for you is a peace that's true. Let's see, Angela or Tammy, would one of you like to extinguish the chalice since you're in the vicinity? Thank you. I leave you this morning with these words from Ellen Johnson Fay. Do justly this day and every day. Be of good will. Journey humbly before the mysteries of life and before the gulf which separates our actions from our ideals. Live in peace and praise, for our days, our journeys, our lives are just beginning. Amen. Blessed be. Go in peace.